All right, hello everybody. My name is Harry, and last week I had a 2 pounds unfair weight loss, and I told you I probably thought it would catch up with me. So today I'm up 0.8 of a pound. So if you stretch that out, I actually lost 1.2 pounds for 2 weeks, which I'm shooting for half a pound a week.
Yay!
So I'm really where I'm supposed to be, type of deal. All right. So Renee, how was your week?
Up 0.7 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably fair.
Kathy?
Up 0.2.
Fair, unfair?
Probably very fair. I was really sweating it this morning. I'm surprised it's only 0.2.
Lisa?
I'm down 2.10.
Woo! You big loser!
Wow.
Way to go. We're going to come, we'll move to your house.
Yeah.
And there you go. Scott and Ginger?
Oh, I gained a pound.
Ginger?
Lost 0.2.
Yay!
Hey.
Well, you're 6 times better than Scott, so just looking at that already.
Right.
Yeah, I want to ask you a question. There are no right or wrong answers on this question. It is. Bandit. How'd the bandit do? Is he up or down?
He's saying it's unfair.
You have to be careful about that. There has been studies done that when people have dogs for pets and they start losing weight, that they start feeding the dog extra food that they're not eating. It causes them to gain weight. So we may want to be putting Bandit on that scale every week.
Yeah.
We'll wait till Scotty gets back. Can he hear us?
He can hear you. Oh, we can't talk about him. Okay.
All right. Shucks. All right. So, and again, there's no right or wrong answer. Just really think about it, how, last week when I lost those 2 pounds, I knew it was unfair. So, but I did everything that I did last week, this week, and I wasn't surprised that I gained, the 0.8 of a pound. But on the other hand, it could have gone the other way. I could have had an 0.8 of a pound gain last week that was unfair, and then lose 2 pounds this week and still be the same.
Mm-hmm.
So because we do have unfair gains, unfair losses. So which one is easier or harder on you, to have an unfair gain and then have a legitimate loss that puts you where it would be if the world was perfect, this scenario? Or is it better for you to have an unfair loss and then a slight gain and catch up with it the next week? What do you think, Kathy? Do you understand the question?
Maybe. I think it's harder for me to have an unfair gain.
Even when you know it's unfair. I mean, it's unfair, you follow your plan like you normally do. Okay. No right or wrong answer. Renee?
I agree with Kathy. It's kind of the same with me. I guess because if I have an unfair loss, then I think, okay, a loss is a loss, and I go on about it. But if if it
catches up the next week, does that bother you? Or can you live with it because you said, well, I had an unfair loss the week before?
Honestly, I'm kind of looking at the long game, because when
sure.
Well, what I mean is with Fitbit, if I'm on the computer, I can track obviously what my weight's been doing in a year.
Right.
And if I'm just sort of trending down, I'm not really worrying so much about it.
Okay. Lisa, how about you?
I think I agree with Kathy and Renee. I think it's easier when you lose first. Like a loss is a loss, no matter what. Just like this week, I don't know if it was a fair loss or not because I have not been tracking.
Right.
But when you gain, it's really hard.
Even though you know it's unfair.
Right, right.
Okay. Scott, Ginger, How do you guys feel about it?
I have to agree. I think it's easier to have that unfair loss and then gain back a little bit than to have an unfair gain.
Is there any danger of having an unfair loss that you start to think the rules don't apply to you? Has that ever happened to anyone? Where you do slack off because you had a big loss?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that might be one thing to keep in mind when you do have a loss like I did, which I didn't deserve week before. I still stuck with it, not got lax about it. And I did have a problem with that before, where if I had an unfair loss, it was easy for me to get arrogant about it and start to believe the rules don't apply to me.
Harry, I was looking at your tracker though. I honestly didn't think that you would gain this week.
Well, I shouldn't have gained from what the tracker said. But for what the tracker said last week, I shouldn't have lost 2 pounds either. For me to lose 2 pounds in a week, I have reduced my calories by 7,000 calories from what it takes to be normal. Again, the way I'm set up now, I'm cutting back 250 calories a day, which entitles me to half a pound loss. Is everybody following me so far?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because whatever you weigh now, and let's say you weren't doing this, but you were just maintaining your weight. For you to lose a pound, you got to cut back 3,500 calories. So, you know, I mean, I cut back 250 times 7, whatever that is. Put my calculator out here. Unless somebody's really good at math right off the bat.
It's like 2,500.
17,050. I mean, that's how much I cut back from what I would do if I went on, you know, a couple of weeks when I'm trying to maintain. And so I'd have to cut back an additional, like, well, I'm going to do it this way. Like, you know, almost 5,000 calories additional from that to legitimately lose 2 pounds in a week. And that ain't going to happen. Or, you know, walk a lot more. You know, if I walk 5 extra miles a day, you know, that would include me to lose it. But I think that's one of the things that we have to keep in mind about, like Renee, looking at the long-term thing. Are you going down? And I was asked to do a talk on Saturday. Unfortunately, they limit my time to talk, which, of course, I never liked. Why would you invite me and then try to put me on a time limit? You know, give me a break. But it was a class on wellness and health, and the lady said, not only people here wanting to lose weight, you know, they're also concerned about motivation, which I consider myself pretty good of an expert on motivation as well as weight loss. But, you know, I think I have to tell my story first about weight loss and then get into the motivation. And they had another lady there, which is very good. In fact, I'm going to probably be interviewing her shortly, and you'll probably be seeing that interview in the next couple of weeks, who had been a type 1 diabetic from birth and just thought the things for years and had extreme medical conditions as a result, and told this really, really great story that I found very inspiring. And so then, you know, I had to follow her, which is fine, but then they had a regular lesson plan they wanted to cover. But that's okay. I mean, you know, but I was talking about motivation. I think it's interesting to keep all this in mind down the road, and keep track of where you are and stuff. I mean, I'm happy with what I've done in the last 3 years, to be honest about it. You know, I did gain back some weight from my original weight loss, which is totally understandable to me. And when I was ready to be more accountable, it's coming off. You know, it's interesting, it has come off at half the rate as it did originally. But I wasn't as motivated to lose it quicker than I was before. And even then, when I lost my 139 pounds, I just averaged 1.2 pounds a week. You know, which is a healthy weight loss, 1%. That's what. So what kind of challenges there? I had Kathy and I, we went to, her niece manages a Buffalo Wings and Rings restaurant, which has like 30 TVs on sports, but they're not a sports bar.
I think they are.
No, they're not. She will tell you they're not a sports bar. And I think they have even more TVs this time than last time we were there. And they're buying new ones too.
Everybody goes to B-dubs to watch sports though.
Well, not Big W, Buffalo Wings and Rings.
Oh, it's different?
Yeah. The one has the rings on and the other one doesn't. But it's the same type of restaurant. It's definitely a copycat. But we had the salmon, it's Friday, and the salmon's quite good. And then Kathy had the onion rings and I had French fries and we split it, and that was fine. No problem. But that's the only real challenge we had. We did our normal Wendy's on Saturday night. Renee, what was your challenges this week?
Well, we ate out, but I thought I did pretty good because for dinner, I ate half the meal and took the rest home in a go box. And then we ate out lunch on Sunday and I ate half of that and brought home. So I was in a way kind of surprised about picking up weight because I said, well, I was trying to manage what I was eating out, but maybe next week it'll turn into a loss.
But could both of those meals been more sodium than you would normally have than you've been having for the last couple of weeks?
Oh, definitely. I could taste the difference. I had a little
Yeah.
thing of soup and it was just like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of salt.
So that's probably it. You're just retaining fluid, and next week you can expect that should be gone.
Mm-hmm.
Kathy, now you usually get extra couple of meals out than I do. You had a
Yeah, what did I have last week? It seemed every day I was out eating for some reason.
yeah,
Yeah, there were a lot of eating out days last week.
more than normal.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was like everybody wanted to do something around food, and that's fine with me.
Nobody jumps up and goes, let's go walk around the park or anything.
Well, we did. We walked the Cincinnati Zoo, and then we went to
Well,
lunch.
that's right.
Yeah,
You
so-
guys need to come and see our hippo sometime. Yeah.
Well, the hippo and the cheetah and
Never
I found
even kangaroos.
kangaroos not there yet. It's not open yet.
But we got a really famous hippo. What's she up to now? About 2,000 pounds?
Close to it. Considering she was only 29 when she was born.
Well, yeah.
Wow.
Little growth spurt. What? How old is she? 2 or 3 years old, maybe? Y'all?
There's
Huh?
2 years. I think she's 2 years.
I'm thinking too.
Yeah.
She is cute, though. She's got a boyfriend, one out in San Diego.
Antonio,
Antonio, oh, that's close.
Timothy.
The email?
Oh, they send songs back and forth and presents back and forth. They must have it in good with edible creations because those are flying back and forth.
Okay, she's 3 now.
Okay.
Yeah, so now she's 3.
So she's past the terrible 2s and onto the terrific 3s.
Yeah, she was born in 17, January 24th, it says.
Oh, wow.
So,
She always has a birthday party.
yeah.
So, listen, what were your challenges this week?
My biggest challenge is our eating pattern is like way different. I used to eat, when I worked, I ate 3 meals a day. They were regimented, like I would pack and I know what I want. Now we're like, the morning is gone, and so I'm not eating my breakfast. And then Bob, he just likes 1 meal a day. So he likes it around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, which is killing me. Because around 8 o'clock, I'm thinking, where's my food? So this is it. I gotta get regimented a little bit different. Kathy said there would be an adjustment period. She's right. Yeah.
Well, how attached are you to this guy? I'm sure there's some lady out there somewhere that only wants to eat 1 meal a day. Maybe you guys could do a trade or something. I don't know.
No, I think I'll keep it.
Okay. I guess I'm the only disposable one. All right.
I'm not going there, okay?
Scott and Ginger, how about you guys? How was your week? Did you get out a lot or?
I didn't eat out at all
Okay.
Wow.
last week, so I don't know about Scott because he goes to work. So I don't know what he did.
No, I didn't either. I was just trying different.
Yeah,
I
any
was trying
food
different.
showed up there at work?
Oh, let me think. Yeah, somebody brought bagels. I did have a bagel one day, but that's not what gave my 1 pound. It's I was trying different foods,
Okay.
different things, because I was getting tired of what I was having before, which worked. So I'm gonna switch back to what I was doing.
Well, but we do got to put variety in there a lot in somewhere. Oh, one thing about this lady, she has switched to plant-based foods and done quite well on it.
Mm.
And that's another reason why I want you guys to see this, because I know Renee, you and Scott and Ginger are looking at plant-based. And it's really helped her health-wise. So, yeah, very good. What about the upcoming week? What's it look like for everybody?
Can I just make a comment?
Huh?
I just want you all to know, since we're all sitting down, I've been cooking.
Yes, she has.
Oh, Kathy.
I know. Tonight I had salmon and asparagus.
Nice.
Hey,
I love asparagus.
Tell them about your
Yesterday,
new oven. Tell them about your
yeah,
new
it's
oven.
the Ninja digital air fryer thingamajig, okay? And so yesterday, about, I don't know, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, I decided I was going to have my turkey cutlet with potato, cut in small cube kind of things. Put it all in there. I'm still trying to work on doing this for one person, one meal at a time kind of thing. And came out just like gorgeous.
Nice.
I put the
nice.
Nice.
parsley on top of it and the whole thing, and I was full after that. It was like, okay, this is good. Maybe I should eat it this time every day.
What time was that?
That was about 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So maybe Bob's got something there.
There you go. There's your.
But anyway, so far so good with this thing.
So now, so what's different than just putting that meal in the regular oven?
Much faster, I think.
Okay.
I mean, yesterday within 10 minutes, it was all done. 5 minutes one side, and and then 5 minutes the other side, it's done. Even the potatoes are done.
Nice.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. Quicker, easier. So Renee, what you guys got coming up this week?
Oh, let's see. His old roommates got a St. Patty's party on Saturday. I already told Rich, I said, go ahead in front of me. I'll Uber there because they have food, and Rich makes some soup, which is really good, but I don't want to eat all the junk. And
Yeah.
I'd rather eat at home, get there later, and usually.
That could be one of those long party things, right?
What's that?
That could be one of those like really long party things.
Yeah, this will go on past midnight. It
Yeah.
starts at 7. I plan on being there like 8:30 and say hello, have a drink, and then come back. I'm not going to stay the whole. I've done this too many times with them and over it.
Yeah.
I don't need to be tempted by the food and the drink. I'll show my face and be, cordial
Is it at somebody's house or at a bar?
at their house.
Because I'm sure it's the same up there, but here, 6 o'clock in the morning, Irish pubs, they're full all day long. I mean, I never was a daytime drinker. I never got pleasure of that one. Kathy, what we got going on this week? Is Friday night out dinner normal?
Yeah.
So,
Anything else?
Scott, Renee, you guys, Renee and Ginger, you got anything going on?
One more time, Harry.
gotta cut back on my diet pop. It's making me high.
That's what it is. That Van Winkle got you going.
Yeah. Never was a bourbon person. Scotch was my thing. Got drunk quicker, cheaper.
There you go. No, I don't think we have any plans, do we?
No, we don't have anything going on.
Lisa, you got anything going on?
No, I don't think so. I think I'm good this weekend. I don't think we're doing anything. I'm packing.
Well, that's good. Now, Renee,
You got going on, Lisa?
What?
Think of all the activity you got going on,
Yeah.
unpacking, putting, moving.
Yeah, well, now we're hanging, and so it's mostly up above my head, you know.
Mm.
well, stretching exercise, that's good.
Oh, I'm telling you, my arms are so sore.
I bet.
It's all good.
Now, Renee, is there any Irish food that you particularly like very well that you can enjoy at this party, or?
Honestly, I mean, I know this might sound kind of bad. The only thing I like is what Rich makes. He makes a potato leek soup.
Okay.
But the guy who's doing the party, he tries, but you know, it's not something that I'd say, oh, it's worth gaining a pound for it.
Well, that's good. Because we got enough things in life that we can do that with.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Yeah, I used to celebrate St. Patty's Day till I found out it's actually Scotch. Honestly, look, oh, I'm celebrating this. I'm not Irish, I'm Scotch. So, and Scotch don't really have a day.
April 6th.
Huh?
Is it?
April 6th,
What's April 6th then?
National Kilt Day.
Oh,
Oh, well, you're not going to catch me wearing that.
Absolutely. Well, there you go, Harry.
I did. I'll have to. Well, one of my private clients is Scottish, and he's wanting to get back into his kilt. So that should be interesting. All right. Oh, why we went there, but we did. All right.
You did, Harry.
There's a joke there somewhere, and I'm not going to tell. I am starting a different program. I'm going to have a different channel. This one isn't going to be private. It's going to be open to the public. And I want to add, and I won't do this until I get your approval. I would like to interview everybody individually. And I will edit it. And if you allow me to interview, you'll give the final say-so whether to release or not. And it doesn't matter what stage of the game you're in on this. But also, I talked to the owner of 18 Planet Fitnesses today, and I may be working with all their members.
Nice.
Yeah. But what we'll be doing, won't be doing live meetings. I'll just be doing interviews, and then edit them, and then put them out on the public channel. And then if people have questions, they could send in videos, or they could just email me the questions, and I'll answer it. You know, and tape it and put it on the open channel. So see how that goes.
Mm-hmm.
Try to expand this a little bit. So just think about it. And again, before I would release it, I want you to watch it, and any mistakes we'll edit out, or any questions you don't want to answer, it is fine. But you know, regardless of where we are in this journey, there's somebody's calling right now and want to be on there. No, I mean, really, you know, with 60 to 8% of Americans overweight, somebody needs to hear our story, where we are and what we're doing. You know, one thing that always surprised me working with Weight Watchers is what motivated individuals to get it started. You know, a lot of it didn't make sense to me, but it motivated them. And so that's one of my biggest takeaway from all those years of doing that we are all motivated by different things. And even Sharon that attended my meetings for years, it wasn't anything I said that got her in the mood to really start losing. It was a lady same age as she was, had lost the same amount of weight that Sharon desired to do it, and she connected in that. And all of a sudden, she gave up this conversation of it's not fair, which she always allowed to rule her life. And all of a sudden she saw the possibility, and that encouraged you to really start this and lose your way. Yeah. Plus, I was already leaving for 7 years before they showed up. I guess they couldn't find where I was or somewhere. I don't know. No, they were going to another meeting with a really good leader, and they were enjoying it, and that's great. So, all right, guys, I'll see everybody next week. Thanks for being on board. Thanks.
Okay, have a good week, everyone.
Yeah,
Take care. Thank you.
All right.